in case there is need for you to bring out the circuit breaker from the cubicle, let's look at the procedure for doing that. In case you want to do that, there is need for you to firstly check the green and red knob. You know, the green and red knob is to on and off the circuit breaker. You don't know whether the circuit breaker is in circuit or not. And if it is in circuit, you cannot just rack out because of explosion. Now, what you need to do in order to rack out the circuit breaker, the contin-grease circuit breaker, is to firstly confirm if the circuit has been broken. That is, if you have opened the breaker. And look at this. This is the tripping circuit knob, while this is the closed knob. Now, all you need to do is to confirm if the tripping circuit is fully opened, and this it, you can see it is fully opened. After confirming that it is fully opened, then you can now use your rod here so you ensure that this rod is placed here in order to even know that the circuit has completely been opened. You ensure that the rod is here in order to rack it out. Now what you are going to do, you come down. It is fully out now. To bring it out completely, we are going to detach it from the cubicle. That I'm going to show you what to do. Start. Now, we are going to open it here, remove this. Now, we've removed this now. This your two hands. Use it to hold this place and drag this backward towards you. Gently. Now we are fully rack out the breaker. Now you can see the inside of the cubicle where the breaker is being attached to. Then see the breaker itself. See all that is inside. This is where we detach the breaker from, and the two these things seen at your looking at it at your front inside the cubicle. You see where they write the bus bar and the feeder. So now we have fully removed the breaker. Now let's say we want to energize the breaker. For example, the breaker is not in circuit now. Let's say we now want to energize it, though it is not in circuit, and we now want to energize it. What we do, since it's out now, we cannot automatically spring charge. Okay, the breaker is automatically spring charged down. Now what we are going to do is in automatic spring charge. Now what we are going to do now is just to trigger up the green knob. Can you see? You've closed the breaker in using such force on that blue knob. It means you have closed the breaker. Now the next thing again, let's say you want to open it. Now if it is in the circuit and you press that green knob, it means you have energized the line, meaning the commercial. This is a distribution substation. This place, electricity is being distributed to the customer for their own consumption. Now the moment I closed this breaker by pressing this green knob, it means the community that owns the feeder will receive the light. Now if I open or press the trip knob, it means the circuit will be open, meaning they will not have light. So therefore, our today's class is basically on how to remove a breaker from the cubicle, from the panel, and how to energize a breaker. That is how to close and trip a breaker. But if this breaker is not in automatic spring charge, is not automatically spring charge, this is the rod to manually spring charge it. Then, like this now, the breaker is not automatically spring charged like this. Why? How do I know? Look at this. Look at this. You can see there that it is what? Discharge. Now this is discharge. Now what you are going to do now, to re-energize this breaker now, you must spring charge this breaker first. Now how to do that? You hold the rod, you put it up and down until you hear, until a sound is being produced, and that sound signifies the breaker has been fully spring charged. Look at here. Here we are having white before. It is now yellow now, with a sign of what? Charge, meaning the breaker has been charged. And the next thing to do is to press the what? The close button to what? To energize the breaker. Now can you see it has been discharged? That is, the breaker is in on position. Now to open it, you press the trip button again to open it. So that's all for today's class. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you can get more about distribution substation, operation, and the likes. Thank you.